What's going on, guys? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I'm back with another Xanathar's Guide to Everything / Unearthed Arcana comparison video, except this is another one of those Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide to Xanathar's Guide to Everything comparisons. I am going to full-on apologize up front if I seem a little beat and or tired. It is currently almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I had plans to make these earlier, but my son he was sick, and now he's fighting sleep. So I haven't gotten any sleep really tonight. I slept for about a half an hour, and then he's been up, and been trying to, let my wife get some sleep. So, since I'm up, or at least I'm up for the moment, we're gonna do this video. So, again, this is gonna be quick. These are pretty much exactly the same. That's the wrong window. So let's go here instead. So, here's the Mastermind as it appears in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. This is your intelligence-based rogue. I think this is a pretty interesting contrast to the Inquisitive, which is a wisdom-based. I think you can kind of, if you use Sherlock Holmes as the Inquisitive, this may be your Moriarty. But anyway, Master of Intrigue. This is a pretty powerful non-combat ability here. Disguise Kit, Forgery Kit, a gaming set of your choice, and 2 languages. So that's a pretty sizable thing. And don't forget, you're a rogue, right? So you're gonna get thieves tools as a proficiency, and you may potentially get additional kit proficiencies from your background as well, and you may get additional languages from your background on top of whatever your base languages are. And again, I will remind you, I may do a video on this separately, that in 5th edition, you never lose anything. So if you had Forgery Kit from this, but you already had a Forgery Kit, you are allowed to take a different kit or set of tools or whatever in place of that. Same thing with, like, you will never lose skill proficiencies. If your background or, your race gives you proficiency in perception and your background gives you proficiency in perception, you don't just lose a skill. You get to choose any skill you want of your choice. But anyway, I digress. So additionally, you can unerringly mimic the speech patterns and accent of a creature that you hear speak for at least 1 minute, allowing you to pass yourself off as a native speaker, provided you know the language. Master of Intrigue here in Xanathar's, word for word. Master of Tactics, you can use the help action as a bonus action. Additionally, you can do that from 30 feet away of the target rather than being within 5 feet of the target, which is a very useful ability that is granting advantage on attacks against that target, which, again, if you have 2 rogues in a party, this is huge. This is a way to grant sneak attack all the time. And it's exactly the same. Insightful Manipulator. This is very similar to, I think it's whatever the Battlemaster Fighter is, which lets you study an enemy and learn their physical attributes. This sort of lets you do the same, but with mental. So spend at least a minute observing a creature, and the DM tells you if the creature is equal to, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics: intelligence score, wisdom score, charisma score, and class levels, if any. At the DM's option, you might also realize you know a piece of the creature's history or one of its personality traits, if it has any. Again, word for word here in Xanathar's. Misdirection. You can sometimes cause another creature to suffer an attack meant for you. When you are targeted by an attack while a creature within 5 feet of you is granting you cover against that attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack target that creature instead. What that means is a rule that I feel is heavily overlooked by a lot of DMs in 5th edition, and that is, if you are on the opposite side of me and my ally is in front or your ally is in front, I technically am provided half cover by the physical body of that creature, which is a thing that is, I believe that's in the player's handbook, but I feel like it's just often overlooked because people don't think about it. And most people consider that to just be like, oh, it's fine, I can shoot around them. I feel like it is primarily designed for ranged attacks, although it would work for melee attacks. So if that scenario comes up, you can use your reaction to force the attack to target whoever's granting cover for you, ally or enemy alike. Again, exact same wording here. And then I think it might be, yeah, and then lastly we have Soul of Deceit. You can present false thoughts by making a deception check contested by the mind reader's wisdom insight check. Additionally, no matter what you say, magic that would determine if you are telling the truth indicates that you are being truthful, if you so choose, and you can't be compelled to tell the truth by magic. And I believe that is exactly the same. So anyway, guys, like I said, this is going to be a quick video because the Mastermind was just a copy-paste from Sword Coast Adventure's guide to Xanathar's guide. Why, you may ask? Well, in my personal opinion, that is for Adventurer League players, because one of the rules for the Adventurers League is you can take Player's Handbook +1. So when you build a character, you can choose the Player's Handbook and one additional source. This now potentially, I'm not really sure what will be, not so much for the Mastermind, but basically it allows you to choose Xanathar's, choose Xanathar's as your +1 book, and this gives you additional options. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little comparison video. I knew it was going to be relatively short. Next up is the Scout. This is a brand new rogue for Xanathar's guide, and probably my favorite rogue of all time. If you're curious to see why, you're going to have to stay tuned when that video comes out tomorrow. Anyway, guys, if I don't see you, or you don't hear from me, or you just missed the videos because you're with family, I hope you have a happy holiday, and a Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. Happy New Year. And I should be still putting out content every day from now until the new year, so be on the lookout for that. Have a good one.